Hi, everybody. This is Meg, LuckyVitamin's Category Manager for Sports Nutrition. It's great to have so many people joining us today for the LuckyVitamin Wellness webinar. Want the energy of a two-time Olympian? Presented by Nick Simmons. Nick is the CEO and co-founder of Run Gum, the energy gum company. He is a two-time Olympian and created Run Gum out of necessity. Nick wanted to share his secret with the world on how to get convenient and fast energy to help others perform better in life and work. Before I turn things over, just a few quick reminders. This webinar is being recorded and will be emailed to you after its conclusion. If you have any questions during today's webinar, please enter them into the question box on your screen. At the end of the webinar, we will try to answer as many as possible. The promotion code will be given at the end of the presentation and will be available for 72 hours. Thank you all again, and now I'm going to turn things over to Nick.
Thank you so much for that introduction. I'm going to share my screen here. Adrian, could you assist me? Show my screen. There we go. All right, you should be seeing that screen. Before we dive into this slideshow, I'd like to tell you a little bit more about myself and how I came up with this revolutionary new product. My name's Nick Simmons. I'm 33 years old. I'm originally from Boise, Idaho, and I went to Willamette University in 2002 to study biochemistry and to run for their Division III cross-country and track and field teams. Two things that I've been very keen and to go on to a prestigious pursue both of those passions simultaneously. It was there that I met my longtime coach and business partner, Sam LaPre, and I'll tell you a little bit more about him in a bit. But what I really want to talk about is what I've been doing for the last 12 years. After Willamette University, I turned pro in track and field and was sponsored by Nike and the Oregon Track Club Elite. And I was also getting energy drinks sent to me for free. So as I traveled around the world training, competing at the very highest level, including 5 world championships and 2 Olympic games, I was looking for that edge. I was looking for something that was going to give me the 0.1 or even more percentage of performance enhancement over my competition. In my event, the 800 meters, winning and losing, winning a gold medal and finishing dead last sometimes comes down to a mere 1%. So any little boost in performance that I could get would possibly, be worth millions of dollars. So utilizing myself as a guinea pig and my knowledge of performance-enhancing stimulants that I'd gained in getting my biochemistry degree at Willamette, I was experimenting, and I tried many different energy products, from goos to gels to energy drinks, energy shots. And what I found that I liked the most was an energy blend containing caffeine, taurine, and B vitamins. And if this sounds familiar, it should be no surprise that it's found in many, many of the most popular energy drinks. Now, as I would drink an energy drink and consume, anywhere from 8 to 12 fluid ounces of heavy, sugary, carbonated, caloric-rich drinks, I thought, wow, I feel so good. I've got all this energy and increased focus. But what I also have is a heavy acidic drink sloshing around in my stomach. And I thought to myself, all I want is the energy. I'm not thirsty. I don't understand why before I'm supposed to perform at my very highest level. And whether you're a BMX biker or a runner or a cyclist or someone running into an afternoon meeting, it made more sense to get those stimulants through energy gum, utilizing gum as the delivery vehicle. You can absorb it faster, cleaner, more efficiently, without anything in your stomach to slow you down. So that's where I came up with the idea for Run Gum. And when my coach and I brought it to market let me walk you through that a little bit. Of these scenarios. At the gym working out, we're all busy, whether it's raising kids, a week at work. As I've transitioned from pro runner to CEO, of the other energy products on the market. So as I mentioned, we brought this product to market in 2014. Pictured here is myself winning my 6th U.S. title with a run gum tattoo on my shoulder. I was very proud of that. And there's my coach, Sam LaPrey, who is my business partner in this venture. As I mentioned, we met in the fall of 2002, and we've been working together ever since. We strive for gold in everything that we do. And by that, I mean, if we're going to do it, we want to do it right. So in the 15 years that Coach Sam and I have been working together, we won 7 NCAA titles, 6 U.S. outdoor championships, and I was ranked as high as number 2 in the world, silver medal. And on top of we practice what we preach around here. Run gum is a product that I created for myself, and it wasn't until I shared it with Coach Sam and my teammates that we realized we had something that the public would really, really want. And that's what ultimately led us to bring this product to market in 2004. For success, train right, sleep right. No surprise that professional living the lifestyle. It's a 24/7 job, and everything that you do is geared towards performance. So why wouldn't your nutrition also be geared towards performance? Why wouldn't you want the absolute best delivery vehicle that you could have for these performance-enhancing stimulants? Caffeine, the most consumed stimulant in the world. 90% of Americans consume this performance-enhancing stimulant every day. Some get it through coffee, some get it through energy shot. Of those products is that you have to swallow, absorb. With Run, you absorb it up to 5 your gums. National and international competition. Fact that truly one of the most effective performance-enhancing drugs on the market, and again, it is not illegal in competition, according to WADA's guidelines. As I mentioned, best tested performance stamina recovery aid. It stimulates the brain as well as contributes to clearer thinking and greater concentration. I mentioned the aggregate of studies. I like to be conservative with my 3 to 5%, but there are studies that show that it can have an improvement up to 12%. The cognitive benefits of caffeine, I think we all are familiar with when you drink that cup of coffee and it helps you study or it helps you in a meeting. But the physiological processes, while they're not totally documented, totally well known and understood, they are very well studied, and the performance enhancement seems to be very clear that at least a 1 to 3% can be expected in most endurance and power athletic activities. So that's why we put caffeine in there. If you were to drink an energy drink like an 8.4 ounce Red Bull, for example, you'll get 80 milligrams of caffeine. If you drink a cup of coffee, it can vary anywhere from 50 to 150 milligrams of caffeine. Each piece of Run Gum contains 50 milligrams, and we put 2 pieces in a pack. So we call that a dose because this is a functional drug. And don't be confused. Caffeine is very much a drug, and you have to be careful with your ingestion of it. But we believe that 100 milligrams is a functional dose for most Americans. We also include taurine and B vitamins, and you may have heard of these before. You probably consume them in an energy drink or another energy product. Taurine, an amino acid, is essential for many of the biological processes in the body. It's essential for cardiovascular function. It's essential for most cells in the nervous system. It's extremely important in everything that we do, and we include 40 milligrams of taurine in a packet of Run Gum. We also have B vitamins. We have B6 and B12. You have to have these in your diet. If you eat a well-rounded, healthy diet, you're probably getting these in your meals, but we like to have it in every piece of Run Gum, B6 and B12. and I'm double checking this, but I do believe we get our B12 as, our B6 as pyridoxine hydrochloride. And I know that some of you out there understand that B6 and B12 can come from different sources. We believe that we have sourced our B vitamins from the very, very highest quality sources. How does your body absorb all of these different ingredients? Well, most of you probably understand gastrointestinal absorption. You swallow something, you sit around and wait, and then you feel it a little bit later. And for someone, driving overnight, that can be a very functional way to get those ingredients into the system. If you're just sitting around at your desk all morning, drinking a cup of coffee is a pleasant way to get those stimulants, or at least the caffeine, into your system. But what if you're an athlete? What if you're a nurse or a paramedic working through the night and you're constantly on the move? Or what if you're running into a last-minute meeting and you need stimulants ASAP? Well, that's where I found myself when I was competing internationally. Well, oftentimes we'd be in a call room, ready to go race in front of 50,000 people, and I'd be really groggy from the adrenaline that I'd had all coursing through my veins during the warm-up, and I'd feel sleepy. And it's the absolute worst feeling before you're supposed to go race at an Olympic final, to be yawning. And having Run Gum conveniently stored in my track bag, I was able to just rip open a pack and chew it and be better for it. That feeling of lethargy and grogginess instantly went away. It wasn't something where I had to sit around with a heavy liquid in my stomach waiting for these chemicals to be absorbed. It was instant. And again, that's why I say we created Run Gum out of necessity. Frequent flyers love Run Gum because the TSA doesn't confiscate it. There's no liquid in it. It's lightweight. It's easy to transport. Again, a lot of people choose Run Gum over competitors or other energy products because of these reasons, because it's so lightweight and convenient. Again, the sublingual absorption. You've probably seen sublingual absorption. Nicorette does a great job utilizing gum as a delivery vehicle with their nicotine chewing gum. If you've ever dipped chewing tobacco, same idea. This is sublingual absorption, and we use gum for a couple of reasons. First reason being that it is a great delivery vehicle for stimulants into the body. Caffeine, taurine, B vitamin infused into a piece of chewing gum allows you to absorb it faster through the lining of your gums. We also call the gum a functional ingredient because many studies have shown that the act of chewing makes you feel more alert. And truly, across America, teachers will actually hand out sticks of chewing gum to their students before they take standardized tests because it has been shown to have an increase in cognitive awareness and an increase in test scores. So by combining these chemicals that give you this alertness and this focus, this energy, and the act of chewing a piece of gum, we truly have created the better energy product. 3 different flavors of Run Gum. The best energy boost for an active lifestyle: cinnamon, mint, and fruit. I'll let you guys in on a little secret. They sell fairly similarly, with mint skewing just a little bit higher, but I enjoy all 3 flavors. The chemicals that we put in there, the vitamins, caffeine, taurine, B vitamins, they can be hard to mask, and caffeine is a bitter substance. So one of the reasons that we have 3 different flavors is that everyone's going to find one that they like. You could try fruit, and maybe that particular flavor combination and sweetener combination doesn't mask the caffeine for you, but I'm willing to bet that 19 out of 20 people will find a flavor of Run Gum that they really enjoy. And we're constantly working on R&D to improve the flavor, improve the chewability, and we will be launching a new flavor probably the end of this year or early next year. So stay tuned. If you want to be the first one to learn about our new flavors and the change in R&D, change in formulation that we do as we develop this incredible product, I encourage you to go to rungum.com and sign up for our email list. That's usually how I release news about our company and about my own athletic career. So when Coach Sam and I founded this in the summer of 2014, we wanted to know what our mission was. It's one thing to bring a product to market. It's an entirely other thing to create a brand. A brand is so much more than just a product. And Coach Sam and I said, we have a debt to this community, the running community, and to Americans in general who supported my career and supported my bid for the 2008 and 2012 Olympic teams, to not only fuel them with this great product, but to inspire them to make the most of their busy days. We constantly say, how are we fueling them? to the best of our abilities, and how do we inspire them? So if you go to social media, we're at Run Gum across all platforms. And I think you'll find the content that we're putting out is inspirational, it's fresh, it's fun, and we not only want you utilizing this revolutionary energy product because we think it's a better product for you, but we want you to feel inspired to get out every day and make the most of your busy day, make the most of your life. But I understand not everybody loves running. It's going to the gym, you know, to that perfectly encaptures everything that we do here at Run Gum. Again, I was an elite athlete for 12 years, and when we created this, it was created for me and my teammates. But we're finding so many people prefer Run Gum to alternatives because of the faster absorption time, because it's a zero-calorie, sugar-free, gluten-free product. Very rarely will you find any energy product that can claim those things, but we can claim all three because of the way that we have developed this gum. Zero-calorie, sugar-free, faster absorption times. As I mentioned, the combination of stimulants that's found in Run Gum include caffeine, taurine, and B vitamins. One piece has 50 milligrams of caffeine. That's very similar to what you would find in a 12-ounce cola. I believe, and correct me if I'm wrong here, I believe Coke has 50 milligrams in a 12-ounce can. Two pieces of Run Gum contain 100 milligrams of caffeine. That's very similar to what you'd find in a strong cup of coffee or an energy drink, an 8.4-ounce energy drink. So that's why we package Run Gum the way we do. Some people have encouraged us to package it differently in bulk or in blister packs, and I really think that would be a mistake. Caffeine is a very powerful drug, and it needs to be respected. It needs to be used in a functional way. And I find that 100 milligrams is the average dose for the average American to have a performance-enhancing effect. And that's why we package it the way that we do. You know, one package of Run Gum is enough to give you that boost in cognitive enhancement and physical enhancement. So that's how we package it. A packet of Run Gum contains 100 milligrams of caffeine, 2 pieces, and we put those packets into 12-ounce units, or sorry, 12-pack units. So 12 packs of Run Gum in 1 unit that you can buy at LuckyVitamin. 3 flavors: mint, fruit, and cinnamon. We actually launched with mint and fruit. They were 2 flavors that Coach Sam, my business partner, and I preferred. I preferred mint, he preferred fruit. We brought both of them together at the same time. And it wasn't until the summer of 2015, 1 year later, that we brought cinnamon on board. If I'm sampling Run Gum, if I'm handing it out to someone that's never heard of it, never tried it, oftentimes I will hand them cinnamon because it does tend to sample best. The strong flavor of that fiery cinnamon flavoring, it tends to mask the vitamin and bitterness of the caffeine better than most. So I think that this is where I would introduce most people. So if you're going to only choose one, start with cinnamon. But I like to chew mint when I'm working out, and I like to chew fruit in the afternoons. So again, find the one that works best for you. Here's what our users are saying. You know, I just talked about it being somewhat bitter, having a vitamin flavor, but it doesn't seem to slow it down. Once people try it and realize that incredible energy boost for themselves, they call it a game changer. You know, happy energy. I love my Run Gum in the afternoon. It gives me a pickup. After lunch is a great way to enjoy it. You've got this, you know, I don't know about you, but when I come in and eat a big lunch in the afternoons, I feel like all I want is a nap, but I don't have the ability to just lay down on my couch and take a nap here in the office. The Run Gum team needs me, and I'm better if I chew a packet of Run Gum. Instead of having to drink something in an already full stomach, I'm able to simply chew 2 pieces of chewing gum and get that immediate boost in energy, and that carries me through the afternoon. Great product. I've used Run Gum for several, I can't see that, let's say several years now. Great taste and energy boost. What an evolution. This truly is the evolution of the energy market. If you think about coffee kind of dominating that market for the better part of the 20th century, it wasn't until the 90s that energy drinks started entering the market. They said, maybe you don't want to drink coffee. Maybe you want to drink something different that also gives you energy. Boom, the energy drink. And then we saw the evolution of the market go to energy shots. Whether, whatever energy shot you prefer, the idea behind that is maybe you don't want to drink an entire drink, you just want the energy. And I think that that was a great step in the right direction, but I really believe they didn't finalize that dehydration process. If the argument for drinking an energy shot is you don't want to drink an entire drink, why are you making me drink a shot? Really, you just want the energy. You're not thirsty. That's why Run Gum is that next evolution. We finished the dehydration process, and you're left with a very clean, very affordable packet of energy boosting product. So again, 3 flavors: cinnamon, fruit, mint. Amazing. It's an energy product that really works. I really encourage you to try this product. You can message me directly on social media at Nick Simmons. If you don't find that this product works, let me know. But I have had almost 0 feedback that this product doesn't work. I have heard some people that maybe didn't like one of the flavors, but truly less than 1% tell me that it doesn't work. So that's Run Gum in a nutshell. We say, what do you run on? Because again, everybody's living a very, very active life. I understand now intimately as a CEO and a pro athlete trying to balance the two, just how busy our lives are. I think that this product is something that everybody can find a use for, whether it's waking up early and rushing off to work, or trying to squeeze that run in the morning. Whether it's the afternoon lull where you really just want a nap, but your boss is on you to get that report done, or you're rushing into a meeting to make a presentation. I truly believe that Run Gum can help you in those moments in your life where you're in need of an immediate boost of energy. So I encourage you to purchase Run Gum at LuckyVitamin.com. They've been a great partner for us, and we're so honored and blessed to be working with them. You can also follow us on social media at Run Gum to learn about all about the products, about what I'm up to, about what some of our athletes are up to. So again, thank you guys for your time, and I think we're going to take some questions. I always say there's nothing off limits. You guys can ask me anything.
Thanks, Nick. That was full of great information. We do have a couple of questions, so I'll just jump right into them. The first one is, why is it important to have energy throughout the day?
Yeah, I think that we all are trying to make the most of the few days that we have on this planet. And whether that's raising kids or being the best at work or trying to make an Olympic team or a combination of all 3, which I know some people are trying to do all 3 at the same time, we're just pulled in so many different directions. And even if you get a full night's sleep, there are going to be times during the day where you need a little boost. And for me, I experimented with coffee. I experimented with all of the energy drinks and the energy products on the market. And while I found that they did give me a boost in energy, too often it didn't come fast enough. Gastrointestinal absorption is so slow. Transporting liquids with me was inefficient. I can't tell you how many energy drinks I've had confiscated by the TSA. I needed something that was lightweight and convenient and gave me an immediate boost in energy. And that is why we created Run Gum. I think you'll find that there is almost nothing like it on the market. You can get your energy through gels and chews, which you would call, something quite different than an energy drink or coffee. But again, the commonality there is that you're ingesting something. Truly, Run Gum is the faster, more affordable way to get that energy boost.
Great, thank you. And now for the next question. Do you recommend taking Run Gum rather than taking a pre-workout?
I'm sorry, could you read the question?
Would you recommend for someone to take Run Gum for energy instead of a pre-workout?
I think of Run Gum as a pre-workout. I like to chew a piece right before I start my run, as I'm driving to practice. And then sometimes I'll take the other piece during it. I think that people can understand that run gum is certainly perfect while you're on the run. I mean, if you're running a marathon and you need a little boost at mile 20, you're not hauling an energy drink 20 miles with you. You're taking a little packet of run and you're tucking it into a pocket, and it's something that you can actually carry with you for its lightweight. Rock climbers and mountaineers, you know, but run gum is so lightweight. It is but for me, performance enhancement out of it in an athlete, a piece or two before I start. Everybody needs to find out how run and then apply it accordingly.
Great, thanks. And then several times that you believe the amount to give you the boost you need. Have you ever felt?
It's funny that you bring that up, because I mentioned that when I sample run gum, I'll have to try as many as 20 pieces, and I for 5 to 10 seconds, and then I spit it out. Imagine doing a wine tasting and drinking all that wine. You know, you just can't do it sometimes. When you chew a pack, you just feel like you gotta work. And for me, that work over the last 12 years was running. And I remember sitting with our manufacturer as we were developing a new product recently, and just I was so caffeinated. I said, guys, I just can't try any more run gum. I've got to go for a run. And I strapped my shoes on and went and ran that energy out. And that's the feeling I want everyone to have. I want them to chew a packet of run gum and say, gosh, I feel good. I really want to go to the gym, or I really want to crush this study session or crush this meeting. That's why we call it a performance-enhancing drug. It truly is. Caffeine certainly has been documented, and just the act of chewing, we really believe that that 2 pieces is the functional dose. But you know, Coach Sam, he's a big guy. He lifts a lot, and he weighs more than me, and he often finds that 2 packs is the functional dose for him. My girlfriend, she's tiny, and she doesn't process caffeine real well, and 1 piece is more than enough for her. So we make it so that each piece contains 50 milligrams. It's a very consistent unit. It's a very consistent dose, so that you can find exactly what works for you. For me, that's 100 milligrams. For you, it could be as little as 50 or as much as 200. You just really need to find the exact dosage that works for you.
Awesome. And then we're going to switch gears a little bit. Derek wants to know what the fastest animal that you could outrun is.
Oh, that's a great question. Maybe a really fat cat. I don't know. I'm in my very final year as a professional athlete, and I'm at 33. You know, you don't find a lot of people still running professional track and field, especially in the middle distances at this age. I've been running about 50 miles a week as I prepare for my final season. But, you know, it takes its toll. 20 years of running around in circles takes its toll on the body, and my left ankle is worse for it. But I'm actually going to probably make my season opener early June, and we'll see what kind of shape I'm in. But, yeah, maybe a fat cat or a fat dog that's, you know, past its prime. That's kind of how I feel right now.
That sounds good. And then let's see, I guess this goes back to the other question. Is there a limit to how much run gum you can chew in one day?
Absolutely. You know, again, caffeine is a drug. It is a powerful drug. And though it's not regulated, we are very careful to encourage people not to chew too much run gum. I truly believe that, you know, 50 milligrams or 100 milligrams is a great dose. People may find that they need more than that, but we really encourage people not to chew more than 8 pieces in a day. I think that some people who have had a caffeine addiction will find, you know, that they have a tolerance built up towards that that particular chemical, much the way that you can build a tolerance up to any drug. But you need to start off slow, and I would encourage you not to exceed more than a pack or two in a day initially, just as you feel it out and find out that perfect dose for you. There's also something called, tolerance, high caffeine tolerance. That guy or girl at work that drinks an entire pot of coffee during the morning or during the day, that's because they have a massive caffeine tolerance, and it takes a higher dose for them to feel the energy effects. What athletes will do to counter that tolerance effect is they'll do what's called a caffeine wash, and many athletes will completely cycle off of caffeine for 7 to 10 days before a major competition. They won't touch any source of caffeine, not cola, not even decaf coffee, for 7 to 10 days, so that they can cleanse themselves of that chemical, so that when they come back to it right before competition, they maximize that performance enhancing effect.
Well, that was great. Thank you for all of the information, and that actually concludes our question and answers for the day. So we're going to wrap this up now. Thank you all again for attending, and thank you to Nick for all of the information. If you have not already done so, please register for our upcoming webinars. For more information, please visit LuckyVitamin.com and search keyword webinar. And then please see the screen now for an exclusive promo code. And reminder, this code is active now and will only be active for the next 72 hours.